Turning now to your health and some literal food for thought, everybody. Okay, so studies have shown that small changes in our diet can have huge effects on our mental health. I would agree with that. Here with advice, nutrition tips, and also just to elevate our mood with food is Catherine Jameson. She's a nutritional counselor and health columnist for her weekly column, Food for Thought with Kat. Good morning to you. Great to have you with us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. And you're right, it's all about small changes. And for a long time, food's been overlooked as part of a treatment plan for mental health conditions like depression and anxiety. And finally, in 2017, there was an aptly acronymed trial called the SMILES trial. And in this trial, a group of participants were given a modified Mediterranean diet, which of course is rich in shellfish, seafood, green leafy vegetables, olive oil, and the results were profound. 32% of participants who changed their diet didn't just feel a little bit better, but they remitted. They were no longer clinically depressed. And what's more, their anxiety diminished as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can totally relate to that. And I find a lot of resonance that myself. I mean, it's like what they say, Catherine, like we are what we eat. And it's really true because it does affect our mood. And researchers have found significant reductions, to your point, in depressive symptoms, depending on the food that we eat. So what would you say are some of the best foods to help us fight feeling depressed?
Yeah, and that's such a great point. It's quite fascinating. There is a group of nutrients that this is the antidepressant food scale developed by Dr. Drew Ramsey, and this breaks it down really nicely for us. So folate and other B vitamins like B6, B12, iron, and these are all things that are found in the foods in the Mediterranean diet, like seafood, specifically shellfish, green leafy vegetables. Dr. Ramsey coined the phrase, eat the brainbow, which is great for this month. That means just lots of fruits and vegetables that are very colorful, which denote antioxidants, which help with inflammation, and that is a key player in depression as well.
There's actually, I think you just put up, was that the antidepressant food scale you were just putting up? Or there is one that you're going to put up right now. And I know ice creams, cupcakes, not on your list, but rather specific nutrients. Why is that? Because look, I'm upset about this, because let me tell you, I love sweets. I mean, I get it, but I love some ice cream. I love some cupcakes. One of my best friends, Trinity, we used to get down all the time back in the day on that stuff.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with some ice cream and cupcakes. That's what makes the world go round, really.
Yeah.
I think, so really moderation in all things. But if we have a baseline that hosts all of these nutrients, and I have to say, it's got to be in food form. We can't just run out and get a handful of pills and say, I'm going to feel so happy, because it really is hard to assimilate the nutrients from synthetic vitamins. So that's why it's so important to make these changes in our food. And also, if we're just popping pills, we still have more room in our belly for those cakes, cupcakes, and the fast food, which are super, inflammatory foods as well.
So you do have some recipes for us to try that are both delicious and nutritious, and I love this part, they will help our mental health. And I understand you got this amazing salmon recipe. I love me some salmon, Catherine, so tell me all about it. Tell us about it.
I love me some salmon too, Melvin. And this is also a recipe in Dr. Ramsey's book. It's the Dilly Salmon Burger. And what I love about this is that it's made from canned salmon, which makes it so much more accessible. And these things, like the wild salmon, has tons of omega-3s, the fatty acids, really great for us and great for our mood as well. It builds BDNF. Very often we think of only serotonin and dopamine as being key players in mental health, but there's a molecule called BDNF, which, all of these foods are going to promote, and more brain cells are good. And you also point out, the cupcakes and the comfort foods. So those are important. The good news is that dark chocolate actually is a key player in mental health as well.
Oh, so wait, am I hearing you say more dark chocolate? More dark chocolate? Yes, I like how you think.
Chocolate. Can you believe it? Yes. And there's the recipe on my Instagram, which is at Food for Thought with Kat, is a dark chocolate mousse yogurt, which yogurt's great for our gut. What's good for our gut, good for our brain.
Oh, is that like Greek yogurt in there? What's in there?
That's Greek yogurt and maple syrup, a little bit of cocoa powder, of course, vanilla, and It is so decadent. It's like a comfort food. When we're feeling blue, there's nothing better than, as you say, those cupcakes. We can get down with some cupcakes, but we
Yeah.
can also get down with this delicious yogurt
Yeah.
concoction.
Yeah, I'm gonna send this to my best friend Trinity because she's always a bad influence on me with the sweets. I think she might like that. All right. Thank you so
I hope
much,
so.
Catherine, for being with us. Oh, this is great. And for more
Thanks for
recipes and
having
tips,
me.
you can visit Catherine online at foodforthoughtwithcat.com. Has a nice ring to it. Or you can follow her on Instagram. Thank you so much. Great tips. Check it out, everybody. It's good. We
Thank
got to be
you.
mindful of what we eat.